Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. So today we are taking you on a full vlog kind of walkthrough tour of our experience at SeaWorld San Antonio. So as you probably know if you are on our channel, our home park at our Florida house is SeaWorld, and it is our absolute favorite park ever. We absolutely love SeaWorld. So we were super excited this year to add on SeaWorld San Antonio to our San Antonio Six Flags trip. So one thing that we wanted to do this day is we actually bought the all-day dining plan as well to really test it out to see if it was worth it to purchase the all-day dining, and if you went from open to close, what is realistic on how much you're going to use it. So you'll see that through the day as well. It was hot here, guys. It was, I think, 104 degrees all day. So let me just tell you, SeaWorld San Antonio in July is not for the faint of heart. It definitely takes a lot of energy, and I would, of course, suggest at the bare minimum the drink cup that you get that you can refill all day. I mean, we used that 1,000 times because it was so hot. So definitely suggest getting that in the beginning of the day. But nonetheless, like I said, we got the meal pass, and I will go ahead and take you through the day. So we got there right at opening, and not a lot was open yet. We, I think, walked down to one or two of the roller coasters, and they didn't open till a little bit later in the day. So we started off by going to one of the restaurants so that we could get our first meal. You do have to wait.
This is Italian panini.
Yes.
Side salad. Drink. Okay.
I was saying you do have to wait 90 minutes between each meal, as an FYI. So the first thing that we went to that was open first is the Pacific Point Sea Lion and Otter Show. So we went up to check that out to see, what the show was. It is the same exact show that is at SeaWorld Orlando. So this show and the Orca show are exactly the same, but they do have a couple other shows that are different, it seems like. But we got a couple minutes worth of the show. If you have never seen the show, of course, it is the cutest thing ever. We've seen it at Orlando like 6 or 7 times already. So we didn't watch the whole way through because there was so much to do this day. But of course, it is a must-see show. It's super cute. Behind the Pacific Point area, you have all the sea lions, which of course we always visit the little sea lions. They're so cute. And the best thing about this park is they also had otters, which is our absolute favorite animal, mink and otters. And so we went back to see those here in a second.
There's one right here. Wow. Where? They're really moving and grooving. These are Asians. What? Look. What is it up to? Oh my God, so cute.
So all the roller coasters are kind of in the same area in the back of the park. One note with the roller coasters is they all are what I think some roller coaster enthusiasts describe as an upcharge, basically, because you cannot bring any bags on the roller coasters. So you do have to purchase a locker. They are really strict about that rule, it seems. Literally no one was bringing anything on there. They checked every single person, and this went for all of the roller coasters that they had there. So just a side note, if you don't have somebody to hold your bags with your party, you will have to buy a locker, and I believe it's something like $2 for each locker or $10 for the day. I do have a video of it at some point, but I believe that's the pricing. If you're looking for a really good value for the meal plan, this is definitely it. So we got the chicken. You can see it comes with the side. It comes with bread. I mean, it comes with a whole freaking rotisserie chicken. The thing was huge. So that was one of the meals we used on our meal plan. And another side note too is most of the lines were super fast because you could see all the food's kind of made. And you just grab and go. So that was really awesome as well. And the food there was super good. So this ride that we're showing here is their version of Atlantis, which if you've ever ridden Journey to Atlantis in Seaworld Orlando, you know that one. I mean, I'm sad it even has the same name because it's not even close, but they do have a water ride, and this is it. It looked different and unique. I mean, I haven't seen one that is built like this specifically before, but of course the real Journey to Atlantis in SeaWorld Orlando is much better. So after the orca show, the next stop was the penguin encounter. So I hate to say this, but of course I'm comparing the penguin encounter to Orlando's penguin encounter, which is the best thing on earth because it's all open. Now you are freezing cold, but you know get to see the penguins in the open. This one, as you can see, is through the glass. So there are probably, it seemed like maybe 1/3 the amount of penguins. The setup looked pretty similar in the inside, but it is through glass, so it's just a little bit different as far as viewing. But of course, they are the cutest things ever, right? Those little penguins. Now, it's typically not dark. It's typically should be light like this one that we're showing, the puffins, which are too cute. Oh my God, look at him. But I think they keep it to the same kind of brightness and darkness that Alaska is. Obviously, we all know in the winter it can be 24 hours of dark, and in the summer it can be 24 hours of light. I mean Antarctica, not Alaska, sorry. So they keep it, you know, that same way, and right now it must have been their dark time where it could be close to 24 hours of darkness, right? So they want to keep the penguins in that same environment. So that was pretty interesting. Obviously, like I said, in July time, we went on July 4th. It must be that environment. So just to know, FYI, but you can still see them because they have the red light in the background. In this part, they have like the trainer come in and talk about the little penguins. So it was really cute. This is another meal. This was one of their Asian meals. Again, you get a ton of food. You got a dessert. We didn't pay anything extra. So you got a dessert, an egg roll, rice, I mean, all of that. So again, that was another really great meal. I think we're at 3 or 4 at this point. They have like a quote unquote Discovery Cove section there. Again, very different than the Orlando Discovery Cove, which is a whole separate, like all-inclusive park. This is like a different park that anybody can walk to. You actually don't need any sort of admission into the park to go to this section. And this is where they do the dolphin encounters with people. So you actually can buy a Discovery Cove like dolphin encounter here, but you're changing there and changing back into your clothes afterwards. Like it's not a whole day that you're spending there. It's just specifically for the encounter, which is really cool because obviously that dolphin encounter is amazing. I've done it at the Discovery Cove in Orlando, and I've done it twice already, and I'll probably do it again in the fall. I love the dolphin encounter, and it seemed like people had a really great time. Also in this area is a huge aquarium, which I love this area. And it always has informational stuff on the wall, which you can see, and it is just a gorgeous, gorgeous aquarium filled with, this is where their sharks are, this is where I believe some of the dolphins are, and just a ton of fish. So this area is gorgeous. Again, keep in mind, this is outside of the Seaworld Park in the Discovery Cove area, so keep in mind, because you do have to walk over to go to that section, and you have to go the Explorers Reef, and you can't miss it. So you have to go if you're coming here for the day. Again, keep in mind it's outside of the SeaWorld Park.
This is like when you go to Minneapolis.
Oh yeah. Oh, even the queues are so cool at Orlando, Joe.
Right.
I even forgot about that.
I won't talk over this too much. This is one of their shows, Ocean Discovery shows. This had belugas, and dolphins in this show. And it was really interesting because at SeaWorld, they just have the belugas on display in their tank. Whereas here, they actually, you can see them at the bottom. They actually do a show. So they do some different things here and there. There are also these really cute dolphins that jump extremely high in the air, which is not at SeaWorld either. And SeaWorld Orlando either. So this show was really awesome. We loved watching it. It is a must watch there as well. And the shows are about like 15 to 20 minutes. The Orca show, I believe, is a full 30 minutes. But all the other shows are about 15 to 20. So definitely, enough time to cool off in the shade and watch the show.
Everyone, please join me in welcoming Seawalk. Seawalk will turn 1 year old on July 25th. That dark gray color, Samson and Kennywood. And joining us up shortly on your left are beluga whales Chrissy, Luna, and Seawalk. Beluga whales are different from most other whales in that they do. Weren't those beautiful?
And coming up is our final meal. We went to one of the barbecue places and we got the brisket, fries, dessert. It was so good. So now we're hitting all of the roller coasters. This was we actually had to come back to this specific roller coaster the next day because it wasn't open the entire first day that we were there. So technically this is footage from the second day. We couldn't do it all in one day, but this, which is really rare because typically these kind of roller coasters don't break down. Again, very, very rare. But it was open the next day before we left, so that was awesome. And it was an amazing ride. As you can see, it is such a beautiful view over the water. Being able to see a couple of the different roller coasters go at the same time. This one is Wave Runner, their newer roller coaster, which I'll get some more footage of the entrance, but that one was really fun too. It's a good starter roller coaster too. Like if it's your child, they're just getting that into the height requirement. That one's a really good one in my opinion because it's not too wild once you're on it. It's really cool how you're sitting on it like a Wave Runner, so like a jet ski kind of thing. That part is really, really cool. This is another newer ride too. We don't usually ride these rides, but it looked really beautiful. It fits with the theme perfect. Just not usually my cup of tea to ride, but looked awesome. And I will note, it seems like at least, again, in the middle of July when we went, the lines for the actual roller coasters were very short. It seems like no one's really there to ride the actual rides, which was awesome because we got to ride them a couple times each. And again, the lines were so short, and the park was, again, this is July 4th weekend. You gotta remember, the park was completely packed from like toe to toe, literally. And most of the other areas you couldn't barely walk because there were so many people. But again, just not a ton of people ride the coasters, except this one. This is the only roller coaster with a little bit of a line, would be their wooden roller coaster, which was up there as one of my favorite wooden roller coasters. I'm not the biggest wooden roller coaster fan, although my husband is, but I love this Texas Stingray. We rode it a couple times. So all in all, we really loved this park. We also have a review of the water park separately, which I will tag here. So click on that if you want a full review of Seaworld San Antonio's Aquatica. We also did that. And again, as a final thing with the meal plan, it was totally worth it. We paid $45 for an all-day dining plan. We weren't even there all day. We left a couple hours early because it was 105 degrees. We got 5 meals, which would have been around $85 to $90, and we paid $45. So all-day dining was a plus for us at SeaWorld Antonio, and we loved the day. This is a look at our updated magnet board. We have 2. One is full, and this is our second updated one. Stay tuned for more park reviews from the summer, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.